to mandate the digital ID. I'll pull it up on screen for the workers to curb illegal immigration.
Curb illegal immigration, indeed. It's hard to take a person like Starmer seriously, knowing he's a
demon.
I was going to say something else, but let's just say he's a lover of small hats. We'll just put it that way.
Right, I'm going to reverse the image. There you go. Starmer says people will not be able to work in UK without digital ID. He is the UK's Prime Minister. So, the brother's going to go into it. What's your first precept, brother?
Come on, brother. Thank you. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We're going to do the NLT, New Living Translation. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And let's read it in the King James. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. This is truly a device from Esau Edom. By Starmer making this decree or edict, what have you, that is what they used to say is completely baloney. Whether or not somebody's in somebody else's country legally or illegally, they can find that information out. Having a digital ID has nothing to do with that. That's going to lead into the mark of the beast, the MOTB micro C hip. With everybody in that area putting IDs in a digital format, it's only going to be easier to transfer all of that information into the CHIP. That's exactly what that's for. That's why 2 Corinthians 2:11 is important and is crucial. NLT again. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. We've been dealing with Esau for a long time. And now that we have been awakened, and the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai through his spirit, the Rakar HaKodash, has helped us put the dots together through the scriptures to know what kind of demon that we are dealing with and how to get the victory, even in this captivity. So we're not going to be, this is going to happen in America. It's just a matter of when it's going to. So when this happens, we recognize it and we know what's going on. It may not be something that's physically implanted just yet, but it's going in that direction. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is book of, where was I? I forgot what I said. Oh, Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. This is KJV. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Part of the prophecy is what? The MOTB. The brother's going into what's going to come here. He's talking about being awakened, the brother. Blessed is he that readeth. Part of being in his truth is readeth. Reading the scriptures. And they that hear the words of this prophecy. If you're listening to this now, you're hearing the words of this prophecy, of these scriptures. You're hearing it, literally, audio. And keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time on the MOTV, to get this, is at hand, it says. At your hand. It's Joel 9, it's going to be at hand. And by at hand, what I'm saying now is, it's going to be soon enforced, the hour of temptation. We're not just there yet, but we're on the door. We're at that door now. The doorknob is shaking now. It's open and all that.
And that's good news for us, because we know that Esau's kingdom is not going to last forever. That's going to come to an end. And in order for the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to go into effect, because Yahweh Shai is going to come back, nobody knows the day or the hour. All these Christians out here got fooled about September 26th was going to be the rapture.
23rd, 24th.
23rd, 24th.
Okay.
The joke is on you. What happened? Nothing. You had to go back to work the next day, and you had to continue doing your daily activities as if somebody never told you that was going to happen. There's good news for us, because we know that there is a time in where Yahweh Shai is going to come back and appear in his chariot with Michael the archangels, the other angels in full power, celestial glory, to take this kingdom down. And these Intercontinental ballistic missiles, the ICBMs, are going to be launched and destroy Babylon. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievous which they have prescribed. So woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. What Starmer just did is an unrighteous decree, because we know what that's leading up to. That's not to benefit somebody or to make life easier. That's to keep moving the herd and the masses in the direction to accept the CHIP, either in your hand or in your head, one of the two.
Gradualism.
And write grievous which they have prescribed. You can't work unless you have it. They said the same thing about the
Jump shot.
Thank you, for the so-called pandemic. If you don't get it, you can't work. How many people ran and took it? And how many people continued to took it until they just didn't take it no more? They took about 4 or 5 of those shots, not knowing the damage that they were doing to themselves.
Yeah, they got boosted things now. They had that.
Go ahead, brother.
The proof with the rapture thing. Matthew 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Red letter words be Yahushua. Yahushua don't even know, only the Father. So, yeah, and the way the Christians teach the rapture thing, you go up, 7 years tribulation, all that, that's a bug out doctrine. So, the whole Christianity rapture doctrine is bugged out.
Stop believing these rapture doctrines and stop watching these movies like Left Behind, Megiddo, and all these other so-called movies about the tribulation and after the tribulation. It's all false doctrine. It's fake as a lie. And as a matter of fact, I was Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So because it's in the power of their hand, they push out that agenda. They push out that news. They make these movies. They do the predictive programming. And what do people do? They believe it. They suck it up. Oh, because it was on The Simpsons, it's going to happen. They put it in there because they know what they're going to do anyway. So it's going to seem like it's going to be a prophecy coming to pass. It's predictive programming.
Yeah, they do.
And when it comes to these movies, Left Behind and Megiddo and all of this other stuff, they conjured all of that up to put a thought out there to make it seem like something's going to be when it's really not. When Yahushua comes back, there's not going to be people trying to survive a tribulation. Intercontinental ballistic missiles are going to destroy Babylon. No one is going to be able to withstand that. The other scripture, before I turn it over to brother, is...
And if you do watch the movies Left Behind, I just Googled it. I personally never heard of it.
I've seen them all. You ain't missing nothing. Trust me. When I was in Christianity, I seen every last one of them, one after another, after another, after another for years. You ain't missing nothing. I tell you right now, don't waste your time.
It says, when the plane lands, everyone aboard learns that millions of people vanished at once, leaving chaos worldwide. So if you do attempt to watch it, just know the full 100% truth. You know, you might say, well, look at the chaos, because there's going to be chaos then, trouble, you know? So if you do plan on watching it, you know, just know the correct doctrine of if you do watch those movies.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. That's concerning Esau, Edom. We know what he's done in the past, the rape, the pillage, and the murders. Let's focus on something else. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. If Esau is correct about what he put in those movies, Left Behind, The Rapture, Megiddo, so-called Jesus Christ coming out of the sky to lift people up, why didn't that happen, and where is that? Rapture is not even in the scriptures.
Yeah, you can't find it in the scriptures. Rapture doesn't even exist.
What's going on with the Bible colleges? What's going on with the seminaries? What's going on with the commentaries? Paying millions of dollars to go to Bible school, and you don't even get the 100% truth. You get a philosophy of Rome. And then you take that and you go get a church with a 5013C and spew that same garbage you were taught to the people. You're all deceived and going nowhere fast.
That's called Christian dogma. That's a demon.
Khan.
Yahuwah Shemel Shai, scripture speak about, lay forth stumbling blocks. Yahuwah Shemel Shai got stumbling blocks. Let's get that. I, the Lord, have placed That's
And remember, these are the same people, the small hats, that created Christmas movies, and yet they don't celebrate Christmas, but they made the movies. What did you make the movies for? That's to keep the masses asleep, specifically the children of Israel. If you don't celebrate it, why would you make a movie about it? Look up the titles and the names of who made those movies. I'll help you. Rankin Bass. They were responsible for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They were responsible for Frosty the Snowman, Little Drummer Boy, and so many more. Small hats. Why would they do that?
Wow.
They are not the people. They are devils and demons. Go ahead, brother.
I looked it up. Rankin Bass. This says, yes, Rankin Bass, co-founder Jules Bass, was Jewish. The company, co-founded by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass, was an American production company known for its animated holiday specials, though their Jewish heritage is not central to most of their famous works.
If you're not going to believe in something, why would you? That's like somebody saying, well, I'm not a Mo, but I go to Mo clubs because I like the music. There's nobody in there but a bunch of Mo guys together shaking their behind. So why would you want to go there if you're into girls? Something's not right there.
Something is twisted in the air. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 21. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friend shall perish. That's what I was looking for. You know, as soon as you speak about I'll lay forth a stumbling block, we're supposed to then warn. I think it's in Ezekiel.
While the brother gets that, I'm going to bring out another precept. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. And we're going to suffer. We know that we're going to suffer. We know what we're going to suffer. The men of the Lord are going to be persecuted, beheaded, most likely shot up, set on fire, and so forth. But Yahushua is saying, fear none of those things. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. A certain amount of time. It doesn't mean 10 days exactly, but a certain amount of time you're going to be facing tribulation. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And what's the crown of life? Salvation. Salvation. So when Yahushua come back, we're believing by faith that he's going to save us. We don't know who the elect are. We count ourselves as a hopeful elect, but by faith we're believing that we're going to be saved. Because we've already made up in our mind that we are not going to accept the MOTB, but we're still going to be tried and tested to see what we do. An example, when I was at my job, they were running around with the jump shot, going from person to person to person to person, giving it for free. Didn't have to pay for it. It was already right there. I declined. I said, no, thank you. Then the lady looked at me again, and I said, I don't want that. Then she left me alone. Then she turned around, and I said, you heard correctly. I don't want that. So.
Yeah, scripture speaks about, tested.
But there were people that was in there, oh, I'll take it. I don't want to die. I don't want to pass it to somebody else. Deceived.
If I have to take that to live, then let me go with Yahweh Vashem Yoshai back to the spirit world. This is Zechariah 9 verse 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So we're prisoners of hope in this truth. Hopefully we will endure. That's what we pray now. Pray that ye be willing to escape all these things stand before the Son of Man. Keep alert at all times, and watch ye therefore, and pray that ye be willing to, and pray that ye have the strength to endure all these horrors which is coming upon the world and stand before the Son of Man. It's in the New Testament that I was speaking about, the NLT version of it. Let me get it. Pray ye be worthy. The precept I was looking for is Ezekiel chapter, I don't know if it is, but Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 20, it goes into that. Now before the Yahweh, but Shem Yahushai laying stumbling blocks. Before I get there, this is Luke 21 verse 36, red letter words of Yahushai, KJV first. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. The Son of Man is who? Yahweh Shai. Next is NLT. NLT, New Living Translation, stands for. Keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape all these coming horrors and stand before the Son of Man. As I said, the Son of Man is Yahweh Shai. There'll be a lot of horrors. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 20. Certain brothers will be beheaded for this truth. We don't know how the certain brothers are going to be put to death in this truth. How much pain they may or may not feel. So on and so forth. Look at, but you know who three was in the fire? The
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah, they was in the fires.
And this devil is into robotics.
Oh no.
So somebody could be standing there and they chop off your leg and you fall to the floor gushing out blood and they're saying, take it, take it, take it. And then all of a sudden somebody will say, you know what, I'll take it. Then they're going to shoot that nonsense in you. They're going to ship you to another room to give you a robotic leg and then tell you to go on. Oh, you're going to be more advanced. These are the tactics it's going to be worse tactics to convince people to take this. And we already know that the Edomites, they're going to take it. 2/3 of our people are going to take it. There will be people that will most likely try to resist, but they're only going to hold out for so much before they're either killed or they are crying to be CHIPED. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Again, that crown of salvation. So hold on to the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and his spirit.
Good. That
you don't let nobody else steal your salvation. Remember, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and to destroy. John 10:10. I come that they may have life and more abundantly. That's Yahweh Shai. Verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. You kept the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He's going to keep you from the hour of temptation. So the only way to receive salvation, first and foremost, you have to be the elect. It is what it is. You got to be the elect. And since we don't know if we are the elect or not right now, we are striving and working painstakingly through faith to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that we be saved. Good, brother.
2 Timothy 2:15 goes into that. Stay to show thyself approved, work with the needed, not to be ashamed, rightly divine the word of truth. Rightly divine the word of truth. Because when this stuff break out, we're building up now for the grace. We got people getting taken out all kinds of ways. Because you got people taken out right now with judgments that haven't received the MOTB, Mark of the Beast. You're going to have that going on too. Then you're going to have people that's going to be like, give it to me, I need it. I need it. And they can live in the smart city and have all this stuff and be dancing and all that.
And the same way Starmer just said you can't work without having the digital ID, the same thing that they're going to say about the CHIPED and other celebrities and other people in power and position, which they're really nothing, but because they're the sword, they're there. But in the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, they're going to go back to the basis of men. Animals.
God, Book of Daniel goes into that basis of men.
And you know what? Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So all of you that are thinking, oh, you know what, I'm just going to take it and call it a day, you're going to go through too. You're not going to have hugs and roses and kisses. You're going to have a grievous sore come upon you.
Cancerous sore.
And cancerous sore. And there have been some cases of people that have already taken it, and for some reason they had a burning sensation in their skin, and it had to be removed. But it doesn't matter if you take it and then have it removed. Once you take it, game over. Even if you have it removed, you're still going to be destroyed.
For taking
no shortcuts.
If a woman has sex with a man, can she say, you know what, I'm taking this man out of me and get with another man and it not be adultery? It's too late. You done
It's-
the act.
It's too
There
late.
ain't no coming back.
It's too late.
You done the act. Ain't no coming back. There's no repentance for that. For
And
taking the MOTB.
Yeah, let me read this. Revelation 19 and 20. I got something for you, Esau. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of burning with brimstone. So they were cast alive into the lake of burning brimstone, which is the intercontinental ballistic missiles, and the beast that is NATO. A false prophet is the Catholic Church. And let me see which delivered them received the mark of the beast. Worshipped his image, his philosophies. JC, or Jesus Christ, is just a version of his image that also goes into the philosophies of Edom. All of that was cast into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. So it's all going to be defeated, burnt up when Yahushua comes back. All right. That's going to bring us back into Isaiah 47 and 3. Brought it out earlier and come back with this again. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. We talked about the first part of that scripture because the brother had brought out something with Starma, and that's how you know these devils. That's how you know that they're uncovered, and that's how you know how there's nakedness and their shame was going to be seen because you know who's involved with it. You know who they are. I will take vengeance. Who's going to take vengeance? Yahweh Shai is going to take vengeance. And I will not meet thee as a man. So when he comes back in full power, glory, and celestial powers in his chariot with Michael the Archangel, he's coming back, but not as a man. He's coming back in full glory, full celestial power. So when Yahweh Shai was walking the earth, and they were telling him, if you are the Son of God, save yourself. If you're this and this, save this. Where's your power? Where's your glory? Where's your authority? Well, he's coming back with it. And it's going to be awesome and mighty and terrible. Let's see. Salakia. You're going to go to Isaiah chapter 14. And let's read verse 14. So Isaiah 14 and 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's Esau talking. Ascend above the heights of the clouds, going up in the heavens up. I will be like the Most High. So that's what he wants to do. Esau wants to be the Most High, our Heavenly Father, our power, Yahweh. And he wants to have that power and glory, but he can't get it. So he's trying to find ways to make it seem like he's going to have all power and all glory. So he's doing that through his technology. To make it seem he can work miracles. To make it seem he can do this, that, and the other because of what? Total control. It's about total control. Slakia, one moment. We're going to go into the book of Obadiah. Obadiah has one chapter. And we're going to go to verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's talking about Esau. Esau lived in the city, in the caves. He made cities and caves. That's what I was trying to say. Mount Seir, the Caucasus Mountains, Petra. And he believes, who shall bring me down to the ground? Who's going to be able to stop Esau? Who's going to be able to stop him? Because of the pride. Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So that's what Esau has done. How did he exalt himself as the eagle? And how did and thou set thy nest amongst the stars? How did he do that? He built his space stations. And again, that word eagle right there, that's another clue, because Esau, Rome is also a part of Esau. The Romans, Italians, there also will be Israelites among them, because the Israelite seed was scattered when the Israelites were scattered. But that's another clue for Esau. So he believes that because he was able to achieve these things, no one can bring him down. Now they have a space force. What was the space force for? That was to combat the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And we can see those chariots. And what are the chariots doing to Esau? Baffling them, because they're trying to shoot him down and they can't. So Yahweh Shai is going to bring him down. Yahweh Shai is going to destroy him. Now, we're still in the book of Obadiah. I had it. Salakia, one moment.
What you looking for, brother?
I'm in the book of Obadiah.
Oh, why you going there? The brother from
I got it. Go ahead.
GMS Elder, Vegas. It was Vegas. He had not him had a dream. Brother had a dream about all this stuff. So if you didn't have the MOTB within that smart city thing, I might be butchering it by saying smart city, the dream. There was wilderness outside, and I could take a guess that there's people in that wilderness, with or without the MOTB. Yeah, because people gonna be banging for that thing. It's gonna be so chaotic out here.
All right. I'll finish up this one precept. We'll move on. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So the violence against Jacob, that's going into the Edomites and what they did to us. The stealing, the killing, the destroying, the rape, the pillaging, the unrighteous acts, the unrighteous decrees. Just go on Google and just type in transatlantic slave trade, type in slavery. Those are the people that received it. But who were the ones that gave it to those people? The Edomites, Esau. The very ones that's trying to erase that history now. And no matter what they do to try to erase it, it's not going to be forgotten with our Heavenly Father Yahweh or his son Yahweh Shai, because they are going to be judged for that. And verse 10 lets us know that clearly. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So Esau, you better enjoy your kingdom while you can, because you're going to be cut off forever.
That's Lamentations 4:21. I got it for you, bro. Lamentations 4:21. Yeah, Revelation 19. What was it? Verse 20. What is it? And the beast was taken, with him the false prophet. The beast is going to Esau's whole power structure. With the USA, he got his USA on top for the whole power structure of Esau's kingdom, his rulership. Because you got NATO and the EU, but the head of NATO and the EU is who? The USA. To be like specific and stuff. With the beast was taken, the false prophet, Brother Winter, Catholic Church, the Pope, and all that. And they're gonna wrought miracles. You're gonna have the MOTV doing like miraculous things. The brother's going into a robotic leg. That's something miraculous. That's like a miracle of healing.
It could even be. Look at what they did with Star Trek. Okay, so if we go back to Star Trek: The Next Generation, when they first introduced the Borg, they had implants in the eyes. They had all this technology on them to try to make them Slovakia, to make them stronger, to make them better, working as one collective, one mind, a hive mind, and all of this other stuff. That's the MOTB right there. Everybody's a slave unto Esau. Now, what they did in the show, they finally showed you after a certain amount of time that there was a Borg queen that was calling the shots. So she was in charge, the number one honcho, and then all of the people that were turned into drones that were assimilated were under her control. So she was the one calling the shots. There's a movie on that with Star Trek. There's a Star Trek movie with that. And then if you watch Star Trek Voyager and watch all the Borg episodes, they brought it more out in Star Trek Voyager than any other Star Trek. So the Borg Queen was in charge of everyone. So when they was talking in their collective consciousness and you will resistance is futile, you will be assimilated, your likenesses and technological advancements will be added to our own. That's who was calling the shots. But they used a woman, feminism,
Queendom
a queendom.
instead of a kingdom.
Look at Captain Catherine Janeway. I watched Star Trek Voyager growing up. I watched all the Star Trek. She was the first woman captain. More feminism, more queendom, references for the Queen of Heaven, the men subservient to the women. If you further watch the show, you see that B'Elanna Torres, she was a head engineer. Janeway was the captain. The Borg 7, 9, she became human. She was in charge of a lot of stuff. They put the women in charge. That's not the correct order. As far as a TV show, you can get good examples out of it, but you see when you filter it through the scriptures, the bigger agenda and the bigger picture, spiritual.
There was I forgot where it's at in Star Trek. They mentioned either the RFID, CHIP, or SHIP implant. You remember it too? I remember it was with the Borg episode. They mentioned the Borg had that.
Right. You can do yourself. You can save yourself a lot of time if you go back and watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I mean, not Deep Space Nine, The Next Generation, and Star Trek Voyager, and just watch all the episodes with the Borg. And it was the movie was Star Trek. I think it was called First Contact. When they did a movie with the cast of The Next Generation with the Borg Queen. Yep, Star Trek First Contact. There it is. That's all about the Borg and what they were doing.
Okay. Yeah.
And look, and you know what? They even got an android in there, Data.
Oh, you're right.
He wanted to be human. He can do all of this. He can do all that. He's in Starfleet. He's the officer. He's the man. Oh, we're going to have Lieutenant Commander did do this, that, and the other. Artificial intelligence, the ship, the replicate. It's all in there. It's all predictive programming. It's all in there.
Gradualism. They make you want it, and then when it's here, you like.
It's all in there. How many people, when they watch the show, and I did this at one point too, say, I would like to see that. I would like to be a part of that. I would like to do that. I would like to talk to the computer, say, computer, I want you to replicate me a cup of coffee or a cup of water. And then it appears.
Okay. Let's get back to the scriptures. All right. So, yeah, I said that about Revelation 19 and 20, rectify and go deeper. That's what I said that. The brother the same. False prophet went into that and all that. Yeah, the predictive programming. Let me get the definition for that.
That's why 2 Corinthians 2:11, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Okay. Esau knows about Esau's blessing was what? The sword. He knows about warfare. So he studied mental warfare as well. Look at psychology courses, all them people. Anybody that studies psychology, any brothers and sisters, you know about it.
Yeah, con.
You know about how to manipulate people with they might call dark psychology. It's all over YouTube. How to be seductive it's all over YouTube. What do people want in this world? What do most people want? So on and so forth. People in this world seek what? They seek pleasure. That's human nature. You don't want to be in burning fire, alive, in pain and stuff. You want to be relaxing in your bed with a cup of tea, watching TV. Or if you don't want to watch TV, looking at some trees and some sky, relaxing in some scenery. So what Esau do is he'll say, well, let's do it. Look at the world now. Look at these Americans. They live in pleasure. Microwaves, instant cooking. Toilet is right next to you. As disgusting as that is. You don't have to walk out to an outhouse at 3 a.m. in the morning because you got to go to the bathroom and be watching your back for bears and stuff. Now, let's take it all away. Now they're going to beg for the pleasure back. They're not used to it. Americans are not used to going without food for 16 hours.
No.
24 hours. 3 meals a day. When the prophet, either Elijah or Elisha, ate twice a day, he drank water from the brook and had the meat brought to him by the ravens. Meat was brought twice a day. That just shows you about the eating. Intermediate fasting. I got the predictive programming. Predictive programming is a conspiracy theory. It says, asserting that governments or powerful elites use fictional media, such as movies and TV shows, to psychologically condition the public to accept future societal changes or planned events. That's what they be doing. CIA or FBI, it's a known fact. It's not a conspiracy anymore. You can even find it. They was KIDNAPPING people for that mind control stuff. It's a known fact.
They are not on our side, and they are not here to protect us. We have 2% power right here.
Oh my goodness. I'll fix that. Go to Lamentations 4 and 22, brother. 20 and that thing. Unless you got another preset you want to bring out.
No, that's all.
All right. Lamentations 4 and 20.
Okay.
Oh, we got to get a 2% battery. Got to hurry.
What I'll do is, while the brother does that,
It was the one with rejoice and be glad. But feel free to get another precept.
I'll read this precept right here. Isaiah chapter 5 and 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So as the brother was just talking about, and we were talking about the delicacies and the philosophies of Esau, they call that good, but when you focus on the scriptures and the things of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they call that bad and evil. They say, don't follow the scriptures. Don't follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because you don't need to do that. You need to do A, B, and C because you're going to get self-enjoyment, because it's all about you. Your eyes will be open. You'll have pleasures. Eat until your heart desire. Drink whatever you want. Eat whatever you want. That is abomination. That's calling evil good. And if you don't do that, then they want to call you evil. That's why the men of the Lord are taking a stand against that doctrine to say that's wrong. We are going to follow Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
1%. All right. Ooh. Oh, you did Isaiah?
That was Isaiah 5 and 20.
Lamentations.
Now we're going to Lamentations 4 and 20. So Lamentations chapter 4, verse 20.
Salaki, that was the wrong precept.
Oh.
What does it say though? All right.
Okay. Well, you know what? Here. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken into their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. We're living among the heathen. So we're watching and we're seeing what the heathen do. That's not what we do. And that's what we were told way back in the Old Testament. Don't follow the heathen. Don't do what they do. We don't do what they do. The Lord's statutes and commandments wasn't given to them.
We are in this pit of captivity under the heathen. We buy our clothes, eat our food. Everything is upon them, as it discusses in Deuteronomy 28. When it speaks about you shall go to him for one of all things. It was 21, brother.
Oh, next verse. All right, we go on to the next verse.
Oh my goodness. Wait. Never mind. We can go on. Yeah, 21.
Okay, 20. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Where's daughter of Edom, brother? America. USA. Also, pursuant to the daughter of Edom is the Esau and Edomite nation. It's like I said, USA. Now dwells in the land of Uz. The land of Uz today is the USA. The daughter of Edom is the Edomites, the Edomite people. It's like about saying USA, America. And particularly, who of them people? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the elites of Esau. Rejoice and be glad, O Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and all you people. Lord of Edom. You even have little Edomites. No neighbors. Rejoicing. Someone, just rejoice. Mainly to the elites of Esau. That dwells in the land of Uz. The modern day land of Uz is going to take place in America. That's USA. The cup of judgment shall pass through unto thee. Here's the cup of judgment. Thou shalt be drunken. You're going to drink that down, even the dregs thereof, pursuant to the scriptures. and shalt make thyself naked. Everything you're going to be laid bare, all your shame is going to be seen, all those sins you did is going to be uncovered, and you're going to have to pay for all the
Con.
21, 22, brother.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's the Israelites. That's me and the brother right here. We're Israelites. So our iniquity will be accomplished. We will no longer be carried away into slavery. Captivity equals slavery. Whereas captivity, you're being held captive against your will. That's slavery. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. What's Esau's greatest sin? Get apple of his eye.
Mm-hmm.
So Esau has done a bunch of things, but the one of his greatest sins, I'll change it to, is touching the apple of the Most High Yahweh, his eye. He shouldn't have done that. The apple of his eye, who? The true children of Israel, the men, the women, and children. That's what he shouldn't have done. He blasphemed against Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. He whitewashed the images and told you that Yahweh and Yahushai are so-called white people. Blaspheme. Job chapter 9 verse 24 goes to that. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covers the face of the judges thereof. If not, when? Who is he? He covers the face of the judges. When did that happen? Well, the book of Revelation speaks about the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is Europe. Satan was bound there for 1,000 years. Satan means what in the Greek? Satanas. Satanas, which means adversary. Adversary. So the adversary to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to Israel, is who? The so-called white man, the red man.
Mm-hmm.
Who has done the most to the true children of Israel? The 12 tribes, the blacks, the Latinos, the Hispanics, the Native Americans, the Native American Indians, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, Dominicans, Guatemalans, the Panamanians, Mexicans, all them people. And even the ones that look like the other nations across the world that consist of them people, who we call today. Who has done the most? The so-called white man.
Mm-hmm.
The red man, pursuing Genesis chapter 25:25.
That's also the red horse in the book of Revelation.
Come, the red horse. Horse is symbolic of power. This man is the devil. His blessing is the sword he was given to take peace from the earth, to make war, to kill with beasts, and famines and plagues, all that. It's in Revelation. Red horse, 2 Ezra 15-16 goes into plagues are sent. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to send plagues upon this world. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he has a sword too. And who is his sword? Arise, O Yahweh, deliver my soul. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. In the book of Psalms, the wicked is who? If not where, and who is he? He is the red man, the border of wickedness, the people whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Written about in the book of Malachi. Yahweh by Shem Yahushai hath indignation against Esau forever, pursuant to the book of Malachi. They will call them the border of wickedness. Wherever they go, they have done all these wicked things. The colonizers, what do? They pillage. They grape when they're not, all that. When they're not supposed to, they take the men's wives, children, graping the children. You're taught, you're Torture people, just doing it for fun, all this stuff. Look at the Papal Bull, what they did to Native American Indians. That's just pure wickedness, what they did. The man was like, if your God is in heaven, I'd rather burn in hell for eternity. And then they set him alight, and he burnt to death. These people is the devil. But the Bible speaks of it.
And they stood there and watched him scream and watched all of that while he was on fire.
They loved it. They eat that though. Thou coverest thyself with violence as a garment. Book of Psalms. This man loved violence. Let me see if it's a garment. Covers.
I'll go ahead and read Zechariah 2:8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent unto me the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
True children of Israel. Violence as a chain. Let's get that. It was a chain of garment. Alright, this is Psalm chapter 73, verse 6, BSB. Therefore pride is their necklace, a garment of violence covers them. We get KJV. Therefore pride encompass compasseth them about as a chain, violence cover them as a garment, is a garment. This man just loves violence. He don't hate blood. If thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, pursuing Ezekiel chapter 35. What do I mean by blood? Murder. All that. Making people, all that. Murder. This man loves to put people in pain and murder them, all that. That's
And then he wants to put somebody else in the hot seat to say they committed all these crimes, so they have to go to jail forever. And they're the ones that's committed the majority of the crimes, even more.
You stole from the candy shop, now you're in prison for the next 15 years because they said defamation of property, all this. The scriptures in the Old Testament, the law speaks about what to do for a person who steals. It didn't say put them in prison for 10,000 years. When this man is going around doing all this. But rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, you Edomites, you Rothschilds, because that cup of judgment shall also pass through unto thee.
Come.
And thou shalt be drunken. You're going to drink the dregs of it. And shall make thyself naked.
Mm-hmm. And you are going to drink that cup, Esau.
20%.
You're not going to want to, but you are going to do it.
And the brothers, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to speak about. Yahweh will do it through his men Israel. So Heavenly Father is going to have his men of Israel putting that cup to your mouth, drinking it, starting with Yahweh Shai on top doing it, because Yahweh Shai is Israelite, he's a top Israelite. You think Yahweh Shai going to love making them drink that cup? What they did to his people?
Absolutely.
His brethren.
Absolutely.
What they did to Yahweh Shai's brethren. This is Psalm chapter 75, verse 7. But God is the judge. Yahweh Shai is the judge. He putteth down one, setteth up another. Neo-Babylonian empires, Medo-Persian Empire, Greek Empire, Roman Empire, ancient, remember Book of Dream with Daniel, all that. He put it down, set up another. President, Obama. Now we got Emperor Nero, Donald J., you know the rest. For in the hand of Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the God of Jacob, to the power of Jacob.
Come.
All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. What's the horns, brother? The horn is symbolic of power. Represents power. You know, a rhinoceros, their power is in their horn. You know, you watch out for that horn. And so on and so forth. Horn is power. The wicked also shall be cut off, but the horns of the righteous, the power of the righteous will be exalted. If you want to go into it even further, who is the power of the righteous?
Yahweh Shai.
Yep,
Yahweh Shai.
Come, brother. Yahweh Shem Shai is our power. Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be exalted. The horns of the righteous shall be exalted. Plus, the elect is going to be changed. All that, new buyers are going to, literally, their power is going to literally be exalted. You know, they're going to be able to lift cars and buildings and whole mountains. The whole mountain on somebody. That sounds like fun. Dropping a mountain on somebody. We need to build a wall. We have to do it quickly. Yes.
We need to build a wall.
We shall have you building the wall. You can build all the walls you want. Build it high up. Then we'll throw you down. And then you'll get back up, resurrect you. And you'll climb back up, throw it down, man. Thy heart shall meditate terror in Isaiah. And they're going to meditate terror on Esau. Throw an Edomite down the stairs a day. Fleet of stairs. Yeah.
That's right. God.
Throw an Esau down fleets of stairs every day. All right, so this MOTB is vastly approaching. I just want to do one more precept to prove one point. By the hand of my people Israel, for edification's sake, Ezekiel chapter 25:14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, so-called white man, the red man, pursuing Genesis chapter 25 and 25. He came all over a red, lichen-haired garment. He didn't come out full of hair with a big beard as a baby like the Dictator movie, We the Dictator. No, he came out all over a lichen-haired garment. Compare and contrast. Ancient Israelites would do stuff with their tent. They would dye that garment red. So that looked like the red, like the garment we use for the tent. See the point? By the hand of my people Israel. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. So there's going to be vengeance, fury put upon the men of Israel to do this to Esau. Yahweh Shai is already set off. So, yeah. In the kingdom, we're going to get set off. Hopefully, we have the elect. We're going to be drinking that.
Yeah, then we can execute Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Modern day swords, the gun, you got a lot of the weapons. He killed with the gun, the Gatling gun, swords, littles. Don't forget the Rome. Don't forget the Greek Empire. And anywhere before that and after. Remember with the Babylonians, he was like, raise it, even to the foundations thereof. I remember that. And that leads us to Psalm chapter 149, verse 1. Praise ye Yahweh, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Sing unto Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Saints is Israel. Those that have made covenant by me by sacrifice. Gather together my saints unto me. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Written about in the book of Psalms 50. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice is the true children of Israel. In Exodus chapter 13, you can read about it. They made the sacrifice to Yahweh. We're with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Those are the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the sons of Zion be joyful in their king. The word there for children here. Verse 2 is sons. Let the people praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praise unto him with the timbrel and harp. For Yahweh taketh pleasure. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Meek is the elect. Let the saints be joyful in glory. The Israelites, let them sing aloud upon their beds. No more waking up at 4 a.m. at 6:15 p.m. and so on and so forth to get up to go to work.
No more of that.
You're like, oh my goodness. My goodness. Let the high praises of the power be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Let the two-edged sword and got spiritual powers with all this. Because we're on with lightsabers, with some lightsaber two-edged sword thing going on. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, upon the heathen and the people. Edom, other nations as well. All these nations played a part in our slavery, captivity. Ammon, Moab, it's all in the scriptures. Even Ham, Elam too. Elam is the Indian people with the dot on their forehead in the land of India. Moab is who? The so-called Chinese. Ammon is so-called Japanese. Hamites is real African. Psalm 83 gives a list of the enemies of the nation of Israel, starting with Tabernacles Edom. Next is Ishmaelites, so-called Arabs. Next is Moab, so-called Chinese.
And that's why the people of Gaza are going through what they're going through, because they had us in captivity as well. Our children have died. Our babies have died. We have been bombed. Well, slaughtered and killed.
We did get bombed.
But we did get bombed.
And that America thing with the, I don't know, I forgot the name. You know, they had the so-called black people, Negroes, Judah. They all did that. And they rained down bombs.
Rained down, yeah. So all of these people that you see crying about that they have no food, they lost their homes, their families have died, they got blown up, their children got blown up, only child have died. We've gone through that too because they did it to us. This is a recompense to them.
More than likely, we got our people even mixed in all that, still going through. Verse 8, Psalm chapter 149, verse 8, to bind their kings with chains, their nobles with fetters of iron. Ezekiel, book of Ezekiel, after 38 goes into that. First job for the elites, they're going to be thrown in the pit. First job for them. They're cleaning up their bodies, putting them posts, cleaning up bodies. They go a nose, they go to eye, they go to other eye, they go to foot with missing toes. And I get to clean it. That's going to be disgusting. They're going to be smelling like dead bodies. Which speaks about it's going to take like 7 months for them to clean all them dead bodies because this World War III. It's going to go nuclear. Before that, it's going to start the conventional war in the Middle East. You know, Levant is in the Middle East. They're going to be fighting over there, all that. There's going to be dead bodies everywhere. They have to clean all that up.
Clean it all up. It won't be us.
It won't be us. Unclean. You touch a dead body according to the law, you're unclean for 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
If you eat pork, according to the law, touch a dead pig pig. You're unclean until the evening. Yeah, you're unclean until the evening. Eating pork, unclean until the evening. You're not supposed to eat it though. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat it. No, the carcass you touch the carcass, you're unclean until the evening. Psalm chapter 149, verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor hath all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. Praise ye Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rekakodash. So yeah, anything you want to bring up, brother?
No, that was all.
All right, so they got that thing. This MOTB stuff is vastly approaching. Revelation 13 to 16 to 18 goes all into that. Show it again for the viewers.
How can you take somebody like that serious?
Starmer.
He's a bend over person, if you know what I'm talking about.
He's a shirt lifter. Google that. It's for British Islam. Shirt lifter. Starmer says people will not be able to work in UK without digital ID. It's fastly approaching. Seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai now while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He will have mercy and abundantly pardon. He's going to have mercy and abundantly pardon the elect. Only the elect, because the two-thirds ain't going to do that.
Nope.
And on that note, Shalom.
Halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rekakodash. Barakte Yahweh, Barakte Yahushai.
Shalom.
Shalom.
The Baal said LG as great Muslim. Shalom. Alright. Now we do this one.